What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, 3DaysNate. Yup, it's me again. We here hitting you with an album review. Yeah, not a reaction video, but a whole album review. And it's gonna be awesome because we're doing Skillet, Victorious, the new album here in 2019. It dropped just the other day. And yeah, man, I'm excited. It's the first album since it was Unleashed. I was about to say Invincible. Feel Invincible was the single, but yeah, they're coming off one of their biggest albums ever, Unleashed, and it was phenomenal. It did really good on the charts. Definitely had an outstanding tour with them. So this is their response to it. It's called Victorious. If you haven't already, I already did 3 reaction videos to the songs on this album: Legendary, Anchor, and my personal favorite, Save Me. So y'all be sure to check those out as well after this album review. So anyways, we're gonna get that started with the songs that we haven't checked out yet. If you want to see my thoughts on those other songs, be sure to check out those videos for sure. So we're gonna start it off with You Ain't Ready. Alright, so I went ahead and listened to a few songs off this real quick. The first one I checked out was You Ain't Ready, which got a nice little hook and chanting, really empowering, the you ain't ready, how it be. But yeah, very empowering. It's definitely talking about, kind of a way when you look at life, it's just kind of it's a fight, it's a struggle. So he's basically saying that he's gonna keep on fighting, and you're not ready. Even if you ain't ready, you gotta fight. Yeah, that's just how everyday life is, and that's how it takes its toll on us. But in the end, you gotta keep fighting, and that's definitely the message that this song is sending. Definitely just something to hype up the crowd, get the blood pumping, and just a way to persevere through all the adversities in life. So the next one we checked out was Victorious, which is the title track. Now, Victorious is definitely a more sensitive song. It's very upbeat, but it is definitely very sentimental, as the band said in this article that I'm reading, that it is very personal to them, and even contributes and honors people who go through depression. Even mentions Chester Bennington, the late singer of Linkin Park. So it's definitely just, I like the line, "And all this loneliness and all the emptiness been stuck inside this room like a prison sentence." So, just kind of feeling that depression, but eventually rising above it all. Victorious, victorious, as they sing over and over again. He can't do it alone. He gives praise, to God, helping him through the fight. So definitely a great song of empowerment when it comes down to it. A great song, definitely a wonderful title track, and a great song as well. The next one we're going to look at is This Is the Kingdom, which essentially talks about, of course, the afterlife, which is, the paradise, the heaven, when everything all comes together. I'm not going to lie, the beat and the rhythm kind of reminds me of Believer by Imagine Dragons. That might just be me. Let me know down in the comment section if this song reminded you of Believer by Imagine Dragons. It might just be me, I don't know. But anyways, back to the meaning of the song. Talking about this is the kingdom, when the kingdom of the heavens comes down to the earth, the empires of today's system of things will be no more. The people of God will rise above, and they will be the powerful ones. They will be the people of God. The governments and the dictators and all the people who believe they have power, they will be weak, and the weak of today will be strong. And that's the message, that the kingdom is coming in that song. And the next one was Save Me, which, like I mentioned before, we already did a reaction video to that. So let's check out that. What was the next track after Save Me? Alright, so Rise Up, definitely like a good gym song, a good workout song, especially for like maybe a mixed martial artist or a boxer. Kind of rise up. They really emphasize it of being a motivational song, an arena song to get the crowd chanting, trying to get everybody pumping and going. Jen Ledger and John Cooper really feed off each other real nice on this. I got some really nice goosebumps during the chorus, during Jen Ledger's little solo part. No fear, no death tonight. I'm feeling so alive, with their outstanding vocals, and it was just absolutely amazing. Definitely a good hype up song, definitely going into my workout playlist That's for sure. Next one is Terrify the Dark, and this was actually one of my personal favorites. I think it's one of the better songs on the album. Definitely a wonderful message talking about, because there's a lot of people that believe that, you know, evil is more powerful than good, and that's just not the case. They even they say that the song is inspired by a scripture in John 1:5, which states, "And the light is shining in the darkness, but the darkness has not overpowered it." So definitely a beautiful song, basically emphasizing the fact that eventually the power of God is going to terrify the dark, the evil on the world. There's nothing here on the earth, nothing in hell that will ever overpower the power of and the almightiness of God. Definitely a little bit of a reminder of, if you've heard it before, The Light by Disturbed is kind of what it reminded me of. Definitely another a good example. If you haven't checked that song out, definitely check that one out as well. But Terrify the Dark, one of my personal favorite songs on the album so far. Next one, we got Never Going Back, where John Cooper kind of talks about a little bit of his past, and it's basically referring to the person that you used to be. You know, the person that you don't want to be anymore, that you've overcome. You've defeated your demons, you've defeated your addictions, your depressions, your anxieties, whatever it may be, and it just never wanting to go back to being that person. So they definitely hit the nail right on the head with this one, with a powerful chorus, and it's got some good guitar. It's got good guitars and keyboard riffs. It's really good, really good. Never Going Back. Now the next one is Reach, which the band states is a very emotional song, very close to their hearts. Corey Cooper states that it was about a friend from high school that she had that was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal cancer. Definitely, she was definitely feeling down, I'm sure about that. You know, it's hard to stay positive when you got that kind of disease inside of you, but they refer to it as, you know, basically when people feel alone and they don't feel like maybe God is there with them anymore, but you know, basically referring to reach to me, referring to God. He's crying out for help, and you can really feel the pain in John Cooper's voice for this one. A very emotional song, something that they put a lot of heart into it, and it brought out a very good product. Next up, we had Anchor, which, as you know, I've already reacted to, so be sure to check out that video. A beautiful song, and definitely something that I think is going to get a lot of radio airplay. Next up, we have Finish Line. This song's got a little bit of swagger on it, a little bit different from what Skillet's usually used to. It's definitely real prideful, and I could definitely see this being like a song to an intro video in an NFL game, or even a WWE pay-per-view, something like that. Just, you know, a real fighter's mentality. It's a real sports anthem. I think this could really break Skillet into the mainstream if they decide to make it a single. I could see it having some real mainstream hit potential. I like it. Finish Line, a good one. It's just got a big energy arena feel. Just get you ready for a big game or a big match, something like that. Finish Line, I like it. I dig it. Alright, so the final track on here is Back to Life. Definitely, the Skillet states that they tuned the guitars down for this one, so it's definitely a banger, heavy hitter, slap you right in the face, you know what I'm saying? Just basically talking about, you know, wanting to be reborn, and, you know, just not wanting to be the person that you are inside, feeling a little cold, feeling not so proud of yourself, but so they really bring out that emphasis. They want to come back to life. The title says it all, and it's definitely a great way to end an otherwise very, very good album. I like it from top to bottom. They got good songs, they got good ballads, they got good arena rock, chanting songs, emotional songs, and it's just phenomenal. You know, the Christian roots show out on a lot of them, but there's even a lot of good stuff for maybe people who don't have such strong faith, and just very motivating for everyday life, you know, whether you're faithful or not. So that's why I've always enjoyed Skillet's music, and I think they're one of the better, not only Christian bands, but rock bands in general, especially in the modern day. They really put all their heart and soul into each album, and this one is no different. So it definitely gets a thumbs up for me. One of the better albums that I think Skillet has made. They've been on a pretty good winning streak, you know, from Awake, Rise, and Unleashed was big time, and I think this one's gonna be big time too. So yeah, definitely give it a thumbs up. You gotta check out this whole album. I really like it. It's definitely gonna be something in my playlist for a good time coming. So if you like this kind of stuff, let me know what you thought of the album down in the comment section. What's your favorite song? Let's have a conversation, man. I love talking to y'all. be sure to check out some of the other content. We got plenty of stuff like this, as well as the other Skillet videos, and as well as my other Gen Ledger video, I'm not dead yet, so be sure to check that out as well. We appreciate y'all being here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoyed this. Check us out on Instagram at 3DaysNate, and as always, keep it right here. Alright?